We love
I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Immigrants have always made my coffee. At one point, I was making coffee. I was the immigrant making coffee. I was working at Tim's when I was younger.
You worked at Tim's.
So maybe that's why I'm a little biased. Yeah. I was there when the Tuscan chicken
your armpit on the rim toe in.
Nah, I wasn't. But who is?
Answer that. Would you like me to answer that?
Yes.
Well, no.
He don't want to get canceled. He don't want to get canceled.
Let's leave. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like
the way you would say, go get my backwards, like go get my backwards and walk like a dog to it.
yeah, that's what they be doing. And start barking.
And bark. And pick it up with your mouth.
I'm going to finish this.
Sorry, not sorry.
Navaraj. Okay, I'm sorry that you felt a way about what we said about you. All right.
Shout out Nav.
All right. I'm sorry if you got in your feelings about what we said about you. I'm sorry if you're a little bit too sensitive. My bad.
We love hip hop.
All right. I don't even have my sound effects loaded. Well, goddamn.
Jeez, the boys are back.
I know.
The trio.
I know.
I missed y'all.
No, Diddy.
Can't even tell your homies you missed them anymore, right?
You know what movie? Yo, you gotta. Yeah. Checking 1 2 1 2.
Jeez.
You know what movie you guys gotta watch?
Talk to me.
What movie?
From Zoe Kravitz. It's called Blink Twice.
I heard about it.
I was actually hearing about this on a podcast.
I wanted to text you this the other night just to freak you out. I wanted you to watch this, but I go, you know what? I'm gonna wait till I see these dudes.
Where is it, on Netflix?
No. Go on your box, your Android box.
Okay.
Yo, Jaguar Wright, you know that girl who's been like airing the Diddy? She mentioned it in the Pierce Morgan interview. She's like, yo, shout out this movie. Shout out Zoe Kravitz.
But I already watched it before. I was already on it from when I knew Zoe was gonna be doing her own thing, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, what's she doing? And bro, when you watch
this is Lenny Kravitz's daughter, right?
Yeah, but it's like he told her the insides of the game. What's going on. And dude, you need to go home and watch this. Once you get home tonight.
Oh, yeah. I heard a little bit about it. It's supposed to be a mirror of the industry.
That's Diddy.
Of Diddy himself, eh?
Of Diddy. They just flipped it into a white guy. You know the white guy that saved The Last Dance? You don't know that? You don't know that movie?
Is that one with the black girl, the white girl and the black?
Yeah, and the white dude.
I
What's
don't
the
remember
actor's
the movie.
name? Maybe I know the actor.
I don't know his name, man.
That was like some real, what do you call it, romantic drama
Back in
type
the
shit.
day, yeah. But dude is playing Diddy, pretty much.
White Diddy.
And dog, yo, this movie is grimy, bro.
I gotta check that
You
out.
need to see
This guy? Wait, which guy? 2001.
Probably wrong, but it's one of them white dudes, man. He in one of them movies, man. He good though. He know what he's doing. When you see this movie, and then I watched something else too. You guys gotta peep this. The Vince McMahon.
Oh, there's a documentary on him right now.
You gotta go watch the Vince McMahon documentary.
So talk to me. Before we get into the podcast itself, because we're gonna get into the Diddy stuff, right?
Sure, for sure.
But did Vince McMahon get away for where Diddy didn't? Because Vince McMahon didn't get no charges for all of the stuff that he was doing.
Was there anything?
I don't know what to
necessarily.
say.
Was it criminal by Vince McMahon?
Yeah,
bro, he was trafficking her. Yeah.
So then, how come they didn't press charges? Is it because maybe Diddy's part of like a bigger conglomerate of like related crime? Like, I feel like with Diddy, it's like a whole project. It's not just Diddy. Like, I feel like they're gonna work their way up to the top, and then we're gonna see at the top, it's probably like the most elite people of society that are partaking.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe Vince McMahon, that is still criminal and should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, justice should be due. But I haven't seen this documentary either.
You guys got to go watch that.
But is it pro Vince McMahon or anti Vince McMahon?
It's Vince McMahon. He's there in the documentary. He's talking.
So this kind of is like a defense, probably.
I don't care. He's still like, yo, he shows his real side. He made his daughter do stuff. Like you know what I mean?
So they just got commentary from him, but
he wanted to make out with his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trish Stratus, like, up. Like,
Wait, so okay, I'm pulling it up right now, right?
Yeah.
Vince McMahon documentary.
There's a difference between Vince McMahon and Mr. McMahon.
But like it wasn't an okay documentary from him. It's making him look trash.
Halfway and halfway not.
Okay, so from you watching the documentary, do you think he should be in jail?
Bro, with all that money, dog, how could you throw a man like this? How could you throw me in jail if I had all this money? There's no way.
They're doing it to Diddy right now.
I hear you, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
Because he's super rich?
It's a little bit different, man. I don't want to say it's because of his race or anything, but I'm gonna say it.
It's because of his race, bro.
Yeah. But
because of his race, he shouldn't be charged? Like
he's not
No, that's
going
why
to
he's
be.
not getting
but
charged.
should he be? Should he be?
Bro?
Yes.
Bro, the man has he's our childhood. Let's be real. He's mine, right? Like he's yours. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know.
What about Diddy? Diddy's not people's childhood too.
I don't know, man.
And listen, I'm not trying to defend any of those two men, okay?
know, man.
But I'm saying like Diddy's getting a lot of charges and more lawsuits.
Yeah, but look how you called the other day and could have made your own. Like he touched me.
And would you be trying to file a case under the Sean Combs abuse lawsuit?
Yes, I just need a little bit more information before I even file the case. Like, is this like a joint case that I'm going to be doing with a bunch of other people? How does this work?
No, it falls under either class action or mass tort litigation.
Okay. What do I have? What has to have been done to me for me to be able to file? And like, am I able to file anonymously?
Well, not anonymously because we could go ahead and file a preferred name for you, but anonymously, no, because if you qualify, let's say you qualify, right? Your legal name would have to be on documents, would have to be on legal documents, especially when it goes to the court. Your legal name have to be on documents when your case is presented if you qualify.
Okay, and because just to understand, it's a little bit hard for me to get this out. Right?
You could have called the
Yes.
other day on the hotline and said he touched me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a possibility they pick up your case if you had a kit and all certain stuff to do this, right?
No, facts.
Okay, bro. Half of those are gonna get thrown out. Let's be real. With Vince McMahon now, he pay a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sable tried to sue. Remember Sable?
Yeah.
Sable tried to sued them for $10 million. Right?
Mm-hmm.
For doing things she wasn't supposed to do. He gave it to her, and then she came back to work. The man is in the documentary like, I have nothing to say bad about her. She came back to work.
Look, I'm looking up. It's just Wikipedia. Okay, allegations of former WE employees McMahon sexual trafficking and assault. This is pretty much what they got Diddy on.
Yeah.
So why? I'll ask again.
Okay, the UFC backed out.
Okay, he's losing money. So is Diddy. But this man's walking on the road.
Yeah.
Diddy's in jail waiting, and more people are charging him. What's the difference between Vince McMahon and Diddy?
Oh, he's white. Diddy's black.
No, hold on. We can't do that.
That has to be it.
No, we can't do
But that has to be it.
No, because
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein's in jail. Epstein was in jail.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they do take white guys.
Yeah, even Jewish ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jewish ones, especially them.
Yeah.
But they somewhere along the line they either wrong or they didn't hook the right one or the other.
Yo,
one of them.
Vince
You know what I
McMahon-
mean? Like for those guys, you gotta it's serious. It's serious. It's serious. When I say that, I'm dead serious. They either didn't do that or they did do that. One or the other. And it didn't go through how they're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like with Vince McMahon, he was a pro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he was the man's man. You know what I'm saying?
Aggressive.
He's bringing wrestling everywhere across the world. How many WrestleManias I've never missed? How many SummerSlams I've never missed? You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, like, bro, the guy who's charging him is like, holy, my dad's gonna kill me for this.
Yes.
There's people along the line who are gonna be like, yo, I can't do this. That's why they get off. Like, you actually have a soft spot for some of them.
I don't know about the soft spot, but
I think some of them when they get to these high levels, the people that are gonna charge them and stuff are like, yo, I grew up watching this guy.
you know one thing, and I'll say this quick fast. These documentaries actually make cases. So R. Kelly, he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Documentary came down, Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Boom, caught a case.
Mm.
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
He didn't have a documentary yet, but a videotape came out. There's a documentary on the way.
Yeah.
He's got a case. You know what I'm saying? So maybe with Vince McMahon, now that this documentary is out, they're gonna start looking into him a little bit more, and then he got a case on the way. Because I feel like he should be locked up.
Yeah, if he's guilty of what they're accusing him of, for sure. And like, we have to separate people from their work versus them as just humans and their actions, you know? Because like, if this was anyone else besides Vince McMahon, like if it was some like owner of like a grocery store or something and he was doing this and doing all like making girls do certain things, but
He'd be
if they're-
fried.
you know what I'm saying? He'd be done. But like at the same time, this guy probably has super crazy lawyers. He has a bigger
Mhm.
empire with the WWE than I feel like Diddy has.
Yep. And better connections than Diddy, I guess.
Better
Damn
connections.
right.
But UFC backed out of that deal, eh? Because I knew
Yeah.
they were going to partner.
No,
Yeah, TKO.
But they backed out. It's not happening anymore?
It happened, but now Vince McMahon has
No,
nothing
they
to-
threw him out.
but
Oh.
he walked away with $2 billion.
Yeah, not bad.
He walked away with $2 billion.
That's
dog.
crazy.
Not bad.
He'll slap another girl on her butt, like bop.
No, they was doing a little bit more than slapping
I
girls
know.
on the butt.
I know, but
There was like feces involved and
I
all
know
types of shit. Like,
he fornicated on on a woman's like head.
Defecated?
defecated.
Defecated,
Yeah. And then smashed her after.
Wild, eh?
Just insane, like,
That's like the Biggie intro. Remember he's like,
oh, the
Is that
girl
shit
asked
on
me
her?
to shit on her chest.
yeah,
So then after shit on her chest, right?
bro.
But why does freakiness like graduate to that level? Like, is
Where
it just a
feces?
domination thing? Yeah, like it's usually super rich people who are into that. It's not like your average people who are into that. It's like they already did all the regular sexual escapades and it got boring. And he's like, you know what we should do? We should shit on the chest of like IG models. And then that was a sweet spot. And they've been there ever since.
That's like the Dubai special, no?
That's like the highest level of pleasure you can
I want to
receive.
shit on your chest. You, baby, come here. Let me poo poo on your chest.
I think it's a power thing.
Has to be.
It's
Because
a power
who
thing.
likes the smell? I mean, who likes the smell of feces, bro? That's disgusting. Like,
And then they rub it on them and shit.
it's probably like the way we hate the West is what we're doing. Like they're shitting on the West. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're like,
it's
your women
message.
get shit on. They shit on you.
I flew her out here to shit on her.
My homie Rue June has a song
Ooh.
called July where it's like, girl, your girl gets flown out to Dubai every July. You know what I'm saying? Get shit on in July. So you guys should check that out.
Salute to Rude
Shameless
June.
plug. Rude June.
Lord.
Let's start this show off.
Definitely
man.
butchered those lyrics. That's fine.
I'm gonna start off with
Oh, I love the song.
Home to watch Rap City for this shit. Eh? Much music, Rap City.
we old
Shout
as
out.
hell, man.
I don't give a damn. Still here.
Let's get it poppin', man. We are Buck is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday with Keith Tread, aka Lane Low this week, aka Podcast Poppy, man. We back at it,
You
man.
guys said lay low this week.
I'm staying low this week, man.
What happened, bro?
I'm just chilling, man. We back at it, man. Episode 510, B3 Studios. Back for another week of podcast madness. Back over here, looking like he came back from the motorcycle rally. You know what I'm saying?
Look like a black biker.
Looking like a black biker in this bitch. We got Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building.
You already
Where's
know.
the
Bam, 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 bam. Yo, diggly wiggly.
What are you saying, bro?
I'm just here, keeping it smoother than a baby's bottom. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
And also back from another bar mitzvah.
Yep. Harva, Nagita, Harva, Nagita, Harva, Nagita, Harva.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Yes.
But he's back over here, you know what I'm saying? Stash on Smash, okay? DJ Czar in the motherfucking building. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's my sound effect? Where's my sound effect? Thank you, Friday. It's good to be back, boys. Back at it like
Welcome.
a crack addict.
Whoa.
Welcome back,
Can't
brother.
with, oh my God, I can't with y'all. No, but yo, I'm glad to be back. Bear weddings. That's why I was missing from the last few episodes.
Summer
but,
season, bro.
yeah, we did a couple lives. You know what I'm saying? The lives have been going
mhm.
crazy. Friday's approaching them kick Twitch type hours. You know what I'm saying? 3 hours, 4 hours. Mans are doing 6 hours these days.
I did a 4-hour live the other day. I was going crazy.
But you know, I got my Timmys. You know what I'm saying? We're not boycotting them just yet. You know, I know a lot of people have issues with Timmys, but it is very Canadian no matter who's making it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Give me a sound effect, Friday. Give me a sound effect. Give me a sound effect.
Hold on. A good round of applause
Come
for
on.
that one right
Yo,
there.
was there crickets there? We're like,
Where-
I
yeah,
don't know
yo.
about that. I don't know about that with an armpit. With the armpit on the rim. With a stinky armpit on the rim to roll up the wind.
No one's putting their armpit in it, man.
Are you sure? You put their
Yes.
foot in it. They're supposed to put their foot in it.
No.
So what, put the armpit in it.
Bro.
Let's be nice.
No,
I'm playing, bro. I'm playing, bro.
Salute.
Salute Timmys, man.
Well, welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
Up to
Yes, sir.
something.
Oh, man.
What did he go in Timmy's today and do?
Did you have any episodes at Timmy's? Yeah, it was a good trip.
It's been great at Timmy's, to be
Okay,
honest.
Okay.
Timmy's has been delivering these days, and yeah, I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Immigrants have always made my coffee. At one point, I was making coffee. I was the immigrant making coffee. I was working at Tim's when I was
you
younger.
worked at Tim's.
So maybe that's why I'm a little biased. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there when the
But you weren't
Tuscan
putting
chicken
your
pin.
armpit on the rim toe in.
Nah, I wasn't. But who is?
Want me to answer that? Would you like me to answer that?
Yes.
Well, no.
No.
well,
He don't want to get canceled. He don't want to get.
Let's leave that unanswered. Let's do some housekeeping before we get into this stuff.
Oh God, no.
Let's salute the sponsors and all that good shit before we get into it.
Okay.
Big salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the sign that you see right above us, right over here. Okay, if you want some of the loudest loud edibles, pens, tinctures, anything for your 420 needs, hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada. You could also use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a little discount. You heard me. Also, if you want some of that blem, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. They got delivery all over the GTA, and they're popping up in stores all over the GTA as well, especially in the West End, okay? Hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber if you want to get any of that delivered to yourself. Steamin' Hot Grab is the Instagram page, and you could use the code We Love Hip Hop if you want a little discount. Last but not least on my list here, I got something from Only Loud, okay? They got same-day delivery within the Ottawa area for the people who are living in Ottawa. So to my, what do you call them, Ottawaians?
Ottomans? I don't know. The nation's capital.
Tonians. But yeah, salute to y'all. Okay, if you want same-day delivery within the GTA of some of the finest cannabis brands, okay, and, you know, listen, all different types of flavors and different things that you need as well. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Only Loud Canada. You can also find them on Telegram or on Snapchat at onlyloud.ca, and their website is the same, onlyloud.ca. Salute to the sponsors. As far as you guys' week, y'all had a good week, man? Before we get into our going-ons and stuff, what about you, Zara? How was your week?
It was good. So me and DJ Natural Wave, we finished an album that we're going to release.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
So now we're just planning content around it for the release, and I think it's going to really shake the city in terms of it being kind of different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are kind of over the copy-paste drill rap formula that we've been seeing, and we're offering like both comedy and music, good production, but also like witty humor and good bars. So yeah, you guys make sure you like watch out for our album. It's called The Fanatical Adventures of the Wave and the Muzzy. That's the first time I've ever like
The Fanatical Adventures of the Wave and the Muzzy.
Yeah.
That's a name.
Yeah. It's a you know what I'm saying? So we're really excited. Yeah, besides that, man, weddings, gigs, you know what I'm saying? Just living life, working on the stash. How about you guys?
What about you, Dusty? What's your week been like?
Chilling.
You've been chilling? You've been chilling like a villain? As far as me, myself, I've been just, you know, doing the live streams. I've been noticing one thing also. There's been a transition between what content, what people want on the channel. and I'm noticing that people are loving the live streams. I think I'm going to start live streaming more than once a week. I might even start.
Am I allowed back?
You've never not been allowed. You know what I'm saying?
For a second there, I was like, dog, if I get on these, man,
We got to get you a button.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the difference because I think because I'm at my house,
so
I'm a little more.
You're relaxed.
So you'll get more of the F word out of me, and it's bad because I got kids around, right? So it shouldn't be too many F words bombing around.
Yeah.
I don't know. They hear me say it all the time. So, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, can I come back?
Bro, you were never banned from the lives, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to chase AGB off there the other day. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? He dropped a few more.
Chased off the thing, doc.
Because he was dropping the F-bomb a few many times. I was like, bro, this is live. I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying?
Messing up the bag.
I don't want to get a yellow dollar sign. You know what I mean?
What's crazy is that like a 4-hour live or 3-hour live, by the end of it, you'll get like thousands of views over the time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you get an immediate kind of result.
Yes.
And then it increases and you can clip it.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a pretty smart way to make content because the same time you're spending like doing the actual live, it's uploading.
Yeah.
You don't have to edit it, you know?
And you know, I just see a lot of content going that way where I go on my YouTube feed and there's just bare people live right now. So I don't know if it's because we're getting into that fourth quarter as well, where just people are just going extra crazy on the work, but I'm feeling it, man. I'm down for it.
The good thing about going live is that the audience member feels like they're a part of the video. They're actually influencing their content.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I want this guy to talk about this, let me write this in the chat.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's more interactive.
Super interactive.
Whereas like when you spend time just doing a project like offline, you don't know how to gauge the audience.
Yeah.
It's really after, you know?
There's been a few news stories that I wanted to just do a news story video. And I was like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to go live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sense.
Yeah. Like I already have everything set up to do a video. Instead, just fire up the live and just talk about it there.
Save yourself like hours of editing.
Exactly. But yeah, other than that, you know, everybody's week's been good. Good. Okay, let's get into these stories because I got a bunch of stories here, and I know Zara's got a heart out like
Bar mitzvah to attend.
I have a half caker, half Italian wedding today.
Right, so
is caker a derogatory term?
It can be. I know some of the whites in the audience are like, hey.
Sorry, guys.
We're not calling you like a noofy.
That's another derogatory,
Right?
but
Noofy's derogatory?
yeah,
I thought it was descriptive.
I don't know.
I thought it was just someone from Newfoundland.
He just looked at me.
I've been saying that for years. Imagine finding out you've been saying the N-word with a hard R your whole life, and now you're just like, oh wait, that's bad. Wait, how is that a bad term? Yo, I'm sorry to anyone who I've ever offended, but
same here, right?
Don't kill me.
it's derogatory, eh?
Okay, I got a bunch of stories here though, man. First one, and I was playing the music in the beginning, is the Jaguar Wright. I'm gonna skip this BBL Drizzy costume shit because it's just dumb. All right.
Make people unsubscribe
Because you're getting paid by OVO.
No.
Because you're on the OVO payroll.
Yeah,
that's
giving
why.
us rainbow signs in the comments and being like, yo, why'd they have to do that one?
That was the Fashion Nova one that was be going around. I don't even know if that's real, so I don't even want to address that story.
Let me find out they gave you a hoodie not to talk about it.
Nocto one, might I add.
Oh man. But the big story that's moving around right now is this Jaguar Wright exposing the industry. Yes, but she didn't get on a big platform like Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan is crazy. And shout out to Piers Morgan for hosting her.
Yeah.
But she didn't make a fool of herself, though. That was pretty good.
She did?
She didn't.
She didn't,
She didn't to some people. Like, you don't think so, but there's some people, like, even in the same show. Like, y'all watch the whole video, like, Vlad got on right after.
Your boy Vladimir. Your boy Vladimir dismissed her whole experience
right away.
Nope. No, she's a conspiracy theorist.
Vlad.
Right? But then the woman that came in after Vlad, who was a lawyer, she was like, oh, but Vlad, he a culture vulture. So it was just every person who came on right after the next was like, don't listen to that last person. They ain't talking.
No, but Vlad is allowed to like kind of dismiss if he believes that what she's saying is false. But like, I don't know. I feel like everything she said, he's like, well, she's a conspiracy theorist, so we can't trust her. Like, it just seems like when they try to silence people, that's what they say, you know?
Yes.
But what interest does Vlad have in defending Diddy? He's not really like invested in it. I feel like he is kind of a neutral party in this sense.
He's sticking his nose where it shouldn't be, probably.
I don't think it's Vlad defending Diddy. I think it's Vlad defending the Jay-Z allegations because Diddy's already in jail dealing with a whole bunch of lawsuits. So there's not much you could really do for as far as slandering Diddy much more in this case. But she's bringing new people to she's been talking about Jay-Z, but now people are like, might be focusing on Jay a little bit more. One question I want to ask before I play her clip is why hasn't Jaguar Wright been sued? And I'm going to play the clip and I want you to answer, okay? Based on the things that she's saying.
I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty
But I heard
little
that
couple.
part.
They do nasty things.
Nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping
Paul?
people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious. Just like Aaliyah got on that plane.
You guys gotta watch.
Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce.
Listen, like I said,
Hold on.
Jay-Z.
He was about to say, Jay-Z's not here to say anything.
That is what he said. That is what he
He had to
said.
protect himself, pretty much. And Beyonce.
So why, and I'll re-ask the question, why hasn't Jay-Z or anybody thrown a lawsuit on Jaguar Wright?
He does. He has an N. Doesn't he have an N? What do you call them?
A cease and desist?
Yeah. There's an NDA
Does
or
he?
whatever it's called on her.
Or NDA?
Yeah.
For what?
From long time.
But from what? From her doing what? Because an NDA is like, you were in my same place as me.
Yeah.
You
from
can't
her-
say what happened
yeah,
here.
Whatever. She says she has one. I don't know for what. She says she has one from Jay-Z long time. That's why she's never really spoken about Jay-Z as much as she speaks about Diddy and the rest of the industry.
Well, she's speaking about him now, and she's been speaking about him.
She knows it's about to close in on him.
So why doesn't she have a lawsuit? Or do y'all think she has a lawsuit on the way?
No, if you give her a lawsuit, that means she knows more. She knows everything. If you make her look crazy like Orlando Brown and the rest of them, right? They can continue on in life. They keep like debunking her and saying, "Oh, she crazy." Right?
Yeah.
And then you put a lawsuit on her ass, that means everything's true.
It's substantiated.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it real.
It makes it real.
Yeah, you
So
can't
right
acknowledge
now,
it.
Right now, what I would, if I was Jay-Z, I'd be like, Beyonce, we just gonna make her look crazy, right? And then after, you know what I'm saying? Keep her going everywhere looking crazy, and then you got guys like Vlad being like, she crazy. You know what I mean? And you got, like, guys like Star being like, get the hell off my line, you nappy-headed black. Beep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, making her look crazy. And then, yeah, keep it like that. Don't get her as a flipping a witness for the Diddy trial, and then you're good.
Well, okay. What do you think, Czar?
I think, like Dusty said, like if they were to sue her, it would just make it more like, it would give it more credibility almost, because it's like they're acknowledging that it's impactful. I think right now they're so powerful that they're like, okay, right now her claims are still technically baseless. You know what I'm saying? She's not pointing to like specific days. She's saying like certain things like holding people against their will, whatever. But there's still general things. So it's kind of like, okay, let it die down. If it starts to become a thing where people are looking into them, maybe they might sue for defamation or try to settle with her to like stop.
Yeah.
She's saying that the guys that Jay-Z and Beyonce are putting people in suitcases, man. That's a crazy allegation.
Bro, watch Blink twice.
Yeah. Well, okay. When I get to Blink twice, I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying?
But until then,
right now, like you can't be saying shit like that. If you're saying about me, Friday Ricky Dread, me and my girl are putting people in suitcases and trafficking them across, I'm gonna have to talk to you. Like, B, what are you saying? Like,
or at least make a tweet.
Because the minute you do, right? It's true, Friday.
Oh, come on, B. People can't just be going around just saying wild things, bro. Look, I'm looking on the screen. Tasha K's there. She was saying wild things about Cardi B, and Cardi B sued the pants off of her, bro.
But she ain't got no money, so you sued her for nothing.
Well, she had enough money where she had to like start blocking her accounts or like clean out her accounts, because she does have a poppin' YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? You can count her dollars with her if you know how to count YouTube money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there is something to take from Tasha K. I know Jaguar Wright is broke for the most part from what people know. Like, she gets paid to do all these interviews and shit, Camp Capone and all that.
She touches goes $1 million.
Yes, but she probably gets like 30K tops or maybe 10K to go do an interview.
Yo, do you feel like the perception of Jay-Z is tainted at all by this so far? Like, when you listen to his music, like, I feel like Diddy's, it is. Like, his music is affected permanently by this. But Jay-Z, I feel like some people are still like, we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jay right now is starting to get a microscope put on him more than he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has enough respect where a lot of people will still cape for him. Like, this is why she got into the issue with Star. Because people will cape for Jay. But until when? You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have a lawsuit and he's been quiet. But people have been saying wild shit, not just Jaguar Wright.
But I feel like in hip hop, everyone's always known that Jay-Z is like involved with some like dark forces. Like, there was a mystery around it, but within his lyrics, like, he had that song Lucifer. Like, he has songs where like he talks about almost like Mason-like views on religion and stuff. No church in the wild. So it's like,
there's Illuminati videos on Jay-Z.
That's how you start. When you start learning about the Illuminati, Jay-Z is like one of the first dudes they talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I know it's tinfoil hat shit, but after a while, when somebody keeps on saying something, this is what happened with Diddy. This is why Jaguar Wright even has a voice in the first place. Because she's been talking for so many years, and then some of the shit came true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of it came true.
With Diddy, for sure, that came true.
She was there.
So she says. She says she was, I'll believe that she was there for some of it, but I don't believe she was there for as much things as she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the way she moves.
But she's a fly on the wall, right? Yeah, you would have her there. She's ratchet. Remember, she used to be a sex worker.
Yes.
So, bro, call up Jaguar, dog.
She said she was a dominatrix.
You know what I'm saying? She comes through. Yo, we get her drunk, lit. You know what I mean? We all, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe everybody get too lit, and she just watching everybody, seeing you do some wild shit over there in the corner. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I wonder if there's
true
one of them girls.
Yeah.
She was down.
She was down till she wasn't.
Till she wasn't. And if you let everybody know she was down and around by even giving her a lawsuit, you have maybe a one NDA on her or whatever, right? And be like, yo, you can't, whatever you've seen around here in these studios, you can't say. Jay-Z did that to her. But Diddy never did that to her.
I just feel like the way that she is now is the way that she was back then. So I wouldn't bring somebody around who is that erratic, that much of a loose cannon, a liability, to be around a bunch of shit that I want to keep a secret. You know what I'm saying? So yes, she might have been at a few parties. I don't want to call her a complete liar. But the amount of parties that she's saying she's at, I'm like, you too much of a loudmouth to let into the room, B.
Oh, man. I know the loudest in the room is sometimes the weakest, right?
It's not that. It's like, you're too much. You're not going to keep our secrets. And
so
she isn't.
So she's the weakest link.
Yes. Don't bring her in the room. She's going to start telling. And now she's talking a bunch of shit. So if she was really in these rooms, then that was a bad idea.
Yeah, but I heard she was younger than she was supposed to be in these rooms.
So she says, I don't know, like, she's saying these things. Where are we? None of the information she's been saying has been substantiated except for Diddy. So what are we really standing on?
She said Beyonce.
She said it. Is it true, though? This is why she's getting backlash, too, because it's like, yeah, it sounds good, especially like when she's super dramatic about it, but is it true? Until we can see these people actually get lawsuits that match with the things that Jaguar Wright is saying, she's not validated, fam.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying Diddy was a creepo.
I feel like right now there are so many allegations, which celebrities were involved. Like, we're not going to know until everything unfolds. But what I think we do know now is that a lot of these hyper successful people indulge in like sexually deviant behavior.
Facts.
And like, why? Why is it that these hyper successful people, these sheikhs who are apparently defecating on models in Dubai, these celebrities holding people against their will, human trafficking, like SAing and stuff, like, why is there a connection between hyper success and then like sexual deviance.
It goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. It's the power thing. I think after a while, yes, getting your rocks off is one thing. You know, okay, you bust a nut. You can do that a million times now. You can do that at will, at a snap of a finger, especially like you're the guy. You can have like 10 women in the house. You can do a fivesome, like threesomes are not even a thing anymore. You've done fivesomes. So it's not about busting a nut anymore. Now it's about how much power do I have? How much can I make people do things that I say?
Like conquering almost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go on your hands and knees. Oh, and they did it? Oh, shit. That corrupts you, fam. Imagine you can do that, bro.
Let me put you in a suitcase.
Yes, and you go in the suitcase, get in the suitcase, and the person says, okay, because you're you. You're like, wow, my finger, like, when I do that and I say this, things happen? Oh, shit.
You start to feel like God. You start to feel like a god.
Yeah, bro. That can corrupt you, bro. And now you're like, do this. Jump up and down.
And now you do this. And at the same time, you two do this. Like, you just can't.
Bro. Like, think about it from any of us, just regular people, bro. Just having that much power for like 20 minutes, bro. I'm not saying we're going to go do some deviant shit, but I'm just saying you might get somebody to go do something like, go get something that you wouldn't tell them to go get. Like, go get my, not even just the backwards. Like, I think that's not even a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
But I feel like
the way you would say, go get my backwards, like, go get my backwards and walk like a dog to it.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what they be doing. And start barking.
And bark. And pick it up with your mouth.
Yes,
Bring
bro.
it back to me. Don't slobber on it.
And
Good dog.
And the person will do it, bro. Like, if you get to a certain level of power where like that, you can find some super lackeys, bro. Or you just pay for a person for the day to be a dominatrix.
You tell her to jump. She's like, she's trying to touch the CN Tower for real.
Yes,
Yo,
bro.
But here's the thing. Like, if you were to pay an S worker to do that, like, that's one thing. But I feel like they get off on holding this person against their will. Like, they get off on like almost the criminal kidnapping element where they're like, now you're actually doing what I say because you have to for your safety. It's not like I'm just paying you and you're doing what I say because I paid you. It's like, no, now it's like you're trapped in here and you're going to do what I say. And they probably get off more on that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently Trey Songz is known to do that with like females he deals with. He like holds them against their will or like traps them in the bath, takes their phones. Like, I feel like a lot of these guys are probably into that stuff because it's like, I don't know, maybe that's like the power exchange in Hollywood or something. It's like all about like, I don't know, taking and giving. I don't know.
I'm me. You're you.
Yeah.
I'm higher. You're not.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
I sometimes I
get
think,
it.
like, how do these guys, like, after, let's say, everything that we just explained right there,
Yeah.
how do you take a nap after?
Easy.
Bro, your brain has to be spinning, fam. Like, I just did 10 crazy things today, bro.
Yeah,
just
you're
because I have
untouchable,
power.
bro.
Now I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
Now I
He
can
needed that,
go to sleep.
He needed that
bro.
so he could sleep.
I need this so I can sleep.
Yeah. Because like I hear about Diddy, or you know, there's been stories about Diddy having these parties or he never sleeps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's probably like he's so hype up of power that it's like, I can't sleep right now. I'm gonna be up for 4 days, bro. Like, I've got freak offs going on.
I know I need a freak off. Now I need the freak off. At the ending of the 4 days, it's like, okay, cool. You guys ready?
Now it's a real freak off.
It's the real freak off.
Yo, it's like, yo, we just had 4 days here. Like,
No.
what was that? That wasn't the real freak off?
No,
We're just
man.
getting started. Take that.
So do you think now also with this Jaguar Wright stuff, right? Besides her being sued, do you think now that she's gonna get more attention because she got Piers Morgan, right? Who gave her a platform? Do you think she's gonna be like what Star was saying? Star say you're gonna be on Joe Rogan next. You think she's gonna be sitting across from Rogan smoking spliffs?
I could see it. I think she has a interesting story to tell, and like her experiences are unique in the situation that's close to the situation. Whether or not people believe her, that's up to the viewer. But I think she's sharing information that people should know exists out there. Whether it's true or not, like, you should be aware that like there are people who have experienced it and this is what they're saying. So if this is what they're saying, like, perhaps it's close to the truth.
You got to be careful with whether it's true or not, because when we're talking about allegations like this, when it comes to, you know, essays and stuff like that, it's got to be true if you're saying it.
Yo, I
And
know
if somebody's giving you a platform, like, no disrespect to our hood platforms or the niggas and shit like that. Like, it's one thing when she was on YouTube talking to Cam Capone and all these different people. But now when Pierce Morgan, and let's say she gets on CNN, and next thing you know, she's on Rogan and all these other platforms that are outside of the hip hop sphere. Now that those things that she's saying are going to be moving all over America, bro.
Like a Cat Williams interview almost.
Bigger even.
If you see her on Shannon Sharp, it's over.
Bro, those things that are coming out her mouth better have some kind of truth to it, or now she will be sued. Pierce Morgan, I think, might be the tip of the iceberg. I think she might get some lawsuits coming. Because once you start getting into different people's homes, outside of like the hood YouTube audience.
You got the white platforms now.
But yo,
saying what?
The lawsuit alone is like gonna crush her. She doesn't even have to go through the court. Like just her getting the lawsuit is gonna bankrupt her.
Over. Done. She shut up. Done. And that's the thing. You can do it. That's why I'm baffled. Like, you can do that. She doesn't even have enough money to be like, all right, I'm gonna just keep on talking. Like, well, maybe if you don't have no money and you can't take nothing from nothing, I'm gonna just keep on talking.
Yeah, and and exactly what she'll say, they sued me now. Now you know it's true.
And I ain't got no money, so I'm gonna just keep on talking.
I know we can question the character of her, but I feel like in a spiritual sense, like the truth is meant to come out whether through how or what. And I don't know if she's like, she just seems like she has a lot of conviction and like she's doing it for a reason. And it's not like, it's more on some truth vibes versus like, yo, let me get rich off lying. Like, it seems like she's like really trying to like show the people like, no, like your favorite artists, the people who, you know, run Hollywood, like this is how they're moving.
Bro, she was around the roots. She was around a lot of people, bro.
But she also said she woke up Common had his dick in her face.
And I believe her.
She said that Joe Budden and Stevie J have a tape of them smashing. And Joe Budden was like, bro,
oh no,
come on, man. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Why would she make that up? But
no, I think sometimes she does go off.
Maybe she's a compulsive liar.
That's the thing. Like, if some of the things aren't true, I'm not gonna go and say, well, some of the things can be.
Yeah, your credibility is totally questioned at that point.
You got to be telling the truth all the time, not just, out of the bunch of shit that I say, 4 things are true, 6 things aren't.
Well,
figure it out.
I think she's moving like a Charleston White kind of thing. Like now she's formed it into a character too. So like, there's some, like even with Orlando Brown, right?
Yeah.
He playing with us. He playing with you. Because half the time you think he crazy, but he's saying some wild shit like, I made love to P. Diddy.
Yeah.
And then boom, now look, things are coming out like one of the boys, a bunch of boys and all types of stuff.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes have seen some shit. Imagine you're hanging out with these guys. Like you have money too. And then, or you're about to be in the game. I'm high. I'm not remembering. I don't care if you're in the room and I pull my ding-a-ling out on some Instagram chick. Like,
it's like we're all friends here, bro. We're all celebrities.
Hey.
This is what celebrities do. We keep secrets.
You want some too?
Yo, you know who?
Ain't no secret. Everybody in here gay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly how them niggas is probably saying it, bro.
That's crazy.
It ain't no secret.
You know who got the bad end of it? And I feel like it affects how I hear his music now, Justin Bieber. Because I feel like now it's like the public is kind of convinced that like Diddy fondled him and stuff as a kid. And that like it traumatized him.
48 hours? He did that to him?
I think it was like a constant thing.
Yeah, and they keep on running back the first video of him saying, what we gonna do, nobody knows. And then the next video where he's like, why haven't I seen you in a while? And like the man looks, and they say in these little breakdowns, and look how Justin looks visibly afraid. And it's like,
I know.
Does he?
Nah, he does, bro. Yo, I think,
I don't know.
Nah, bro, because yo, the way P. Diddy did Usher, that's exactly what he did to Justin Bieber. And we all know there was some weird stuff with Usher. So it's like,
they were saying Usher was like that from Just Call Me a Mac.
Yeah.
Bro, apparently the man got hospitalized from being sodomized.
Oh.
See what I mean? Like,
oh.
You know what? It's hurt people, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's a cycle of trauma.
So if like wherever Diddy seen this, he's seen it first from like Clive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
OGs.
Like, Clive is really his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's trying to call out Clive too.
Yeah, all that, right? So Jaguar has a little thing, like it comes out, man. When she talks, it's like that auntie, man. She like auntie. She get 2 sips of something and smoke something.
Starts talking.
Start talking.
Got a cigarette waving in her hand.
And shit. And in between that, you're like, yo, there's some truth to this.
Yeah.
Because I know Uncle Benjamin was doing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but half of the shit be lies. So it's like
you don't know because like there's some truth to it.
I'm not trying to pick through the word soup to try to find the truth, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Trust me.
The word soup, the alphabet soup.
The alphabet soup. But salute to Jaguar Wright for now. You know what I mean? Hold your head, I guess, until like
She needs to tap in.
yeah.
Speak to you.
We can't afford it, bro. Her right now, for her to do it, to talk to anybody, especially now that she spoke to Pierce Morgan,
She like
she upped the price, bro. Like if Cam Capone and all them were getting it for like, let's say 15,000, it's like 30, 40 grand now to get her to talk. You know what I'm saying?
She that was a good PR move.
Yeah, she did her damn thing. Somebody actually might have listened to us. Nav, he went back to the Rex.
Wow.
Hold on, round of applause.
Crazy.
You did it, bro. You did it, bro. Now, before we get into it, was he listening to us, or you know what? Okay, we're gonna take the credit. Yeah. He heard We Love Hip Hop. He heard the man them talking. I know Mula was saying what he was saying, but we were also saying it many times. Yeah. Yo, so how does this work? I feel like we had like 3 episodes. I made 3 thumbnails, like Nav and the Rex.
Yeah.
I think he heard somebody, bro.
Of course.
You know,
where was the final boss?
Yo, he's not
Apparently,
invited.
he was nowhere to be seen.
I know he was nowhere.
He wasn't
Where were
invited.
you? You're eating bread and butter or something? Like, what were you doing that day, dog? But yeah, man, it's pretty dope to see him in the Rex. But he's there on the what side's there?
Yeah. I don't know the exact location. I feel like I saw Haji Bastard.
I thought that was Haji too.
No, it wasn't.
Say what up, man. Say what up. Say yeah. Rah.
Okay.
No, that's not him.
The man's in the hood, bro. Okay.
He even dropped his location.
Drive.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So y'all podcasters and rappers and all that, y'all shut up. I did it. Is that what he's saying now?
Yeah,
Is that now?
there.
You know, what's interesting. Like he's there. He doesn't look scared, bro. He's home.
He's chilling.
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't look like, yo, I have to be here just to like show face and then go. Like he's like, bro, like I'm from here. Like this is nothing.
I think this was part of the plan, and he just couldn't wait to get here and be like, listen, I thought I ain't say anything. I never say anything about these We Love Hip Hop guys. I watch these pussies. Right? Watch when I go there. I want to see you guys make a clip about me actually going there.
Yeah, we
don't not make a clip about me not
going there now.
Salute to Nav.
We said, where's the final boss? The final boss said you can't come back there.
Final boss did say that he's not allowed, that he's banned, right? But he's clearly not banned. He's there at one Shendale.
This is on his page.
Yeah,
okay, so he posted this himself too. Like, listen, see me?
At the Max Mini Mart.
Look at the smile on his face too, bro. He's chilling, bro. Man went to what's this Thistleton Collegiate?
Is that his high school?
Thistleton.
Did he just come here for a photo shoot?
Nah, he did a music video.
Oh, did a music video?
Yeah, and he went to the high school to go talk to the people, them, and everything. Like
that's super lit,
bro. I think we might owe him an apology.
You do.
Me?
You definitely do.
Yo, no. I was like, yo, maybe he's gonna do it. You guys were like, yo, what? So what? So you're not coming to Rexdale, bro?
All right, man.
I think
I'll start first.
Okay.
Navigator. I'm sorry, man. I doubted you. I thought the final boss had you up a ways for a second. You know what I mean? My bad, B.
Hold on, I'll post the picture so you can see.
You already know, fam. My bad, B. I was a culprit of the matters, but it's good to see that you're at one Shendale doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And you hit up the Max Mini Mart, and you know what I mean. You showed them say you're outside. You know?
He was in the Gaza, bro.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but like you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mad love Navigator. You don't know, dog.
Okay. And I don't know about you, Zara, if you were really on the NAV bashing train.
To Nav, aka Mr. Singh.
He's making us apologize. Right now,
Mr. Singh, honestly,
I'm going under the table.
to Nav, aka Mr. Singh, Navraj Singh. I didn't say nothing. Shout out to you and your music. It's good to see you in your community, and I guess speaking at your high school. But that was mostly Friday. So I don't know what I said about it though. That's the thing. So it was so long ago.
You just apologize
You're
for
good.
apologizing.
I got you. I'm gonna finish this.
Sorry,
up,
not
man.
sorry.
Navaraj. Okay, I'm sorry that you felt a way about what we said about you. All right.
Shout out Nav.
He's a bit, I never even heard you.
All right. I'm sorry if you got in your feelings about what we said about you.
Yo, Friday,
I'm sorry if you're a little bit too sensitive, my nigga. My bad.
My bad.
Why are you gaslighting Nav right now?
yeah. We're gaslighting.
I'm playing.
No.
That was real.
Yo, Navigator, tap in though.
Yes, sir. Pull up. Yo, man, I gotta go do a wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just gave him a new nickname though, eh?
I don't know if you want to sit here for the shot.
No.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. Okay. Big salute to you, Nav. You know what I'll do? I'll run some Nav music. For the break right there. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer!
Got a little bad bitch, got some work done on her butt.
On her butt.
Gotta catch another flight as soon as I catch my nut.
Catch my nut.
Salute to Nav, man.
Navigator.
Yeah. There was also some other music that I wanted to get into. Like we could A.W.O.L, formerly known as 18. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up their Instagram page over here. Big salute to A.W.O.L. Let's pick up the wrong damn page here. Let me see here. 1 second.
He just got out 5 seconds there, wherever he is. Ayo's 416.
Good thing we weren't live here. Ayo. So big salute to A.W.O.L. They got some new music that just dropped here. I think they got, it's like a dedication to Rich Homie Quan.
No, it's Rich Homie Quan album.
Oh.
He just dropped. They're on it.
Okay. I see. This is the song right here.
No.
Or this is an old Rich Homie song.
Yeah. You got to go to the back of the album cover.
Let's see what's going on over here.
And then it should be right there.
Okay.
Long Way.
Came a long way. And this is off the new Rich Homie Quan album.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this. Rich Homie Quan. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. You know they gave some more information on his passing.
What happened?
They're saying that there was fentanyl or something in his system. So
shut him down right away.
Yeah. So R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. Let's hear a little bit of this tune here.
We came a long way. Came a long way from the 6 side straight to zone 6. Got plenty more. Ain't going for it. Some nigga never had shit. He ran in the bed, begging for.
Pretty dope. Dope. Woo. Salute to A.W.O.L, man. I'm about to talk to them real soon. We're just trying to get both men in the building at the same time. You know what I'm saying? The twins.
Yep.
But that's a dope tune that just dropped there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that dropped that I need to keep my eyes on quick, fast?
John Kabongo.
John Kabongo just dropped some new shit?
Yeah, he dropped a new album.
Okay, let's go to John Kabongo's page here. You know, we gotta show some love to the 6 side, you know what I'm saying? All right, just any Canadian hip hop that's popping off right now. Is this the pin post?
I was born in a project on luxurious objects. 1 sister, 4 big brothers, still trying to process everything they witnessed in Congo and South Africa. Pops wasn't there 6 years, he was in Canada. Immigration laws made it hard for him to get him there. I bet his kids grow up and feel like he never cared. In Blake Street, making ends meet, shooting 5 bricks at
Shout out Blake Street.
Jeez. Yo, this guy is, should I say slept on, bro?
But remember when I kept
Yeah.
hard on this guy? Pause.
Yeah, no, John Kabongo's barred up, bro, and he just makes good music in general. It's
Very
like
good
it's not
music.
just like if you want some super lyrical shit, like it's
Nah.
if you just want good music, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the life that's going on at the same time, not being too extra or
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh man, salute to John Kabongo.
Salute to John Kabongo.
Some nice new music popping off this week. But back on effery.
Let's go.
Pressa versus Loski.
Huh?
So UK rapper Loski. Pressa and Loski have been having an ongoing beef for like the last, I would say maybe 2-3 years. You ever heard UK rapper Loski? Let me pull up some
but
of this
it's
shit.
like that one's over my head, top.
So
That went over my head, brother.
I don't know exactly how it started. So even when I go type in Loski on YouTube here, the second thing that pops up is Loski Pressa. You know what I'm saying? So it's been an ongoing thing. So just for the people who are not tapped into Loski, he got a video that just dropped 3 days ago. I got fined 140,000 pounds for my case, and it has 160,000 views on it already. It's like a full video, okay, like a full, I guess, content piece. But even like this right here, Duppy Daily, 4 years ago, 6.6 million views. So this nigga's popping. You know what I'm saying? I'll play a little bit of this shit.
Get it, I'm big ski, risky, get drenching. You ain't never had Shanky or tops, the gal up there, I love tea.
To me, a lot of these guys are nice on the mic. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say just, he's nice. Because I feel like a lot of these UK guys are just sick with it. But he did an interview on Grime Daily, and he said some things about Pressa.
So, from Canada.
The lesbian.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know about that. Big up Pressa. But
hold on. The interviewer's like, I don't know about that. Good move, brother.
Like that's like he lives in a whole different country, yeah.
Oh, I don't know that guy either, bro. He's just annoying.
That
bro.
one that seemed like that escalated quickly. How do you get into?
I don't know him either, bro. I don't know that guy, broski. He's mad weird.
So you don't know how that one started either?
Nah, I chat to some other youths in Canada that you don't really feel, innit?
Okay.
That one is kind of my fault, I reckon. Only because his brethren's not his brethren, the youths that he don't deal with have released the tune. And I've quoted the lyrics, but I didn't even deep that it's dissing his dead people, innit? So naturally he's not gonna film, man, but he's going extra far, keep talking and atting me and stuff like that.
So he basically gave the roots to the beef. He was bigging up a man's tune. I forgot what tune it was that he was bigging up. This was years ago this happened,
I know.
And mans weren't feeling that. So then they started getting at him. And I remember covering I know in the YouTube catalog somewhere there's a news story of Pressa versus Loski. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these guys have been going at it for a while. And there's a second clip that I think I have here from this. YG's response. So, and I'm gonna give me a minute, okay, gang? Because this takes
the London Goofy.
So, lol or laugh out loud. The London Goofy touch road off that cap, going fast and then.
Hey.
Oh, my bad. See, this is what I'm saying. I have to take my time.
Say little dry ass.
Okay. Rick, do finish this for me, please. Because I always be botching the YG readings, bro.
Yo, LOL, the London Goofy touch road off of the cat gun fast, eh? Little dry ass. I have better knocks than that. When I'm in London and I'm not from there. Versus we know who wins.
Oh. I see the sword versus the hammer.
Versus the hammer. Man wants to have a duel? Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Got it, right?
Oh, man, this is great. So that,
Yo,
that was a good
send
reading, bro.
YG on a man's when you need a point to get across.
I love the way these guys do the internet work, bro. They're so good at it, bro.
Crazy. I love it. I read it all and I'm like, oh, I caught that.
Oh,
wicked.
man.
I give myself brownie points when I get
That was
these.
good, bro. That was good.
I got that one, eh?
That was good. Okay, so, right? Well, the mans are not feeling Loski, bro. We are always here as elder statesmen. Man, them might need to chill out or whatever.
Yeah.
Loski had his share of, just to give you a little bit more context, Loski's had his share of internet issues. You know what I'm saying? I think there was a time where he was being called a rat too.
Oh, man.
Right? Oh, Loski, look at these titles I have here. Loski says he's gay and is not hacked. Right? UK.
Wow.
Oh, so here it is. UK rapper Loski and Doobie song.
That's who I was gonna say. It was Doobie.
It was a Doobie song.
I was gonna say, but I didn't want to sound wrong, dog. But I was in my head. I was like, it's Doobie,
No, because I have it in the catalog. This has been and look at the dates on this, bro.
Yeah.
2021, 2022. Like these niggas have been going at it for a while, bro.
Okay, so what? Wow, yo, bro, Loski better be careful when these guys get to London. They'll just hang upside down by his tech suit, his Nike tech suit. Better watch yourself,
bro. I think these mans need to figure it out,
Yeah.
because like I was saying in the beginning of this, like the man is doing well as musically. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a no-fly zone for him? Fuck it. Is it a no-fly zone for him to come here?
For here?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
Is it a no-fly zone for him? Man, them have to let me know.
Oh man. Sound effects, please. I can't answer that question.
No, neither can I. I want to know.
Right? Because last time I tried to answer that question, they came for me.
They're like, get the Ross out of the comments Friday.
You can't say who's
you
a no.
can't say.
Right?
No.
But comment gang strong. Like, let us know. Is it a no-fly zone for Loski? Right? Because the man that been on his head top for years, like I said.
Yeah.
Right? And he said he don't know where the beef came from. But he actually knows where it came from. Man, it came from a song, from showing love to a song.
Yeah, because he quoted some lyrics from Doobie's record.
But he ain't know, bro. Just to plays devil's advocate. He didn't know, bro.
That's the easy way out. Should have known.
Yeah, actually,
that's an easy way out, bro.
For somebody who comes from a scene that has a bunch of polys as well, he should know he might have been dissing somebody.
You should just hear the lyric and be like, hold on.
Yeah.
Who? What was he saying? Who? Yeah. You should have known that he was talking about somebody, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because he makes music that does the same thing.
Exactly, bro. But he's having a duel. These mans come with hammers.
Yeah, because I know in the UK they're not really burn it up like that.
No, the police have nothing.
Even though it's all entertainment. It's all entertainment. But man, them figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. One of the options I was saying the other day, but I don't know if this works for them, is maybe start taking the West Coast approach. I know, we've been having a little issues with the West, but we haven't. But in the West Coast, they're like, let's just catch the fade, shoot the fade. Right, and then they get it out their system and it's done.
Yeah.
Should more rappers start doing that with their long-lasting beefs?
These rappers can't squabble.
You don't think they could just?
And just because you're from the West Coast doesn't mean you can squabble too.
Yes, but even if two mans who can't squabble, at least they got it out of their system.
Nah, because someone's gonna get hurt. Someone's gonna get punched in their nose and run for their strap anyways.
Well, the point of the fade. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. The point of the fade is no straps, no cameras, nothing. Let's just swap it out, and then once we're done, it's done. Whoever wins or loses, the beef's done. That's what the fade is supposed to represent.
I know, but
you don't think that man's them like outside of the West Coast can make that a thing in other places like Toronto? Like just catch the fade.
No, bro. I'll be real. Half these niggas just know how to roll their blunt and load their strap. Not even know how to clean it. Just know how to load it.
Just know how to load it.
They just know how to load it.
Dirty ass strap.
I can guarantee nobody is taking Taibo classes out here like certain mans. You know what I'm saying? Like they get punched in their nose, bro. And they're gonna look for their gun, fam. I don't want to have like so much doubt, but a lot of niggas can't squabble. I'm just being real.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
But I feel like not everybody in the West Coast could squabble neither.
No,
but they squabble anyway.
Yeah, but you got your ass whooped. Now you go home with a coconut on your head.
It is what it is. We got it out of our systems. We're not gonna beef no more. That was the agreement.
All right, so then yeah, I guess so. But niggas can't squabble out here.
Yeah, and listen, let's not just keep it to Toronto. We can bring this outside of Toronto, like New York, different places where niggas just go to the guns right away.
Yeah.
The West Coast have been going, niggas have been shooting each other for years, for decades.
Yeah.
But they also have a squabble game where it's like, you know what? Let's just go into the backyard somewhere, let's get this out of our system, and then we're done the beef. We're not doing this no more.
It's not that serious.
Yes.
Right? If it's not that serious.
Especially if it comes to like stuff that started on the internet, like you didn't like my song or you were singing a song of my ops. Like nobody shot anybody in each other's team.
Yeah.
If we meet, we'll go to a place, no cameras.
Yeah.
We'll fight, and then it's done.
Yeah. Got the squabble on.
Yes. Win or lose, whoever wins or loses. If Pressa gets his ass whooped, if Loski gets his ass whooped, doesn't matter. We got it out of our systems. We'll not talk about each other anymore.
Sorry, I'm not sitting there watching Pressa get his ass whooped. I'm jumping in.
But
see what I'm saying? Like right there. I'm sorry.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if we're
yo, bro, Toronto man, we don't fuck, but we don't play that, dog.
We can't get there. We're not there yet.
We can't get there, dog. We'll never get there, dog. There's no way you're punching my man's in his nose, and I'm gonna sit there and watch you punch my man's in his nose.
Wow. Dare I say, and listen, I'm not trying to West Coast dick ride over here. Them mans might have had to reach a level of maturity with that squabble game, bro. Because to be able to do that, somebody's losing the squabble. And somebody else's team is there in attendance. And they got to stand there and watch their man lose the squabble.
Dog, I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to do that, bro. Just like if you at the squabble, Adam 22, bro, and I see him knock you over your head top, I'm fly kicking that.
No, but
nuts.
There's limits to it, right? Like, you're not going to let the next man get on top of the guy and start pummeling his face or whatever. Once one man goes down and he got a few punches down, it's over. Fight's over, right? You got to hold it in. But then if these guys start getting dirty, then yes, everybody can start fighting.
See, there's no rules to this shit, to me.
They made rules, bro.
They made rules. I'm breaking some. As soon as you hit my man's down on the ground and he looked up at me like, nigga, you ain't gonna punch him for me? I'm doing it, bro. I am doing it, bro. I don't care. The next team, all out, break out, we fighting. Everybody fighting.
And then that's when shit gets extra violent. Somebody gets shot.
No, but we squabbling, right?
No, because
now
it was supposed to be a one-on-one.
Yeah, now somebody
and mans broke the rules.
They shit.
Exactly.
All
so
right.
if the one rule gets broken, every rule gets broken.
All
right?
Well, break your hands before you even get to that shit.
I gotta say, I'm not mad at the squabble, fam.
No, I'm not mad at it neither.
Like, it's a good way to resolve issues. You know, as men who still want to get the aggression out.
Yeah,
you can go, you can fight. You know what I'm saying? And then you're done. It's no more beef. We don't have to shoot each other. We did that.
I hear you, man, but I'm hitting you with something. I'm not. There's no squad. Like, I'm hitting you with something. I'm hitting you with. You don't think 3-man beat you up that day? You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not playing fair at all.
Yeah,
I'm kicking you in your nuts. I'm eye gouging. I'm doing it all, dog. I'm biting. You know what I'm saying? We squabble.
Knuckle game, bro.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm still biting you.
Can't do that, bro. That's not part of the agreement.
Bro, like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? You asked me if Toronto mans could do that. I don't think so.
I agree with you, especially after hearing what you're saying now.
I don't think so because I see a certain mans that I know we're not. It's not gonna be fair. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing it fair. So Loski can't come here. I don't believe is it a no-fly zone for Loski because he did say some shit. But then look, we let Aiden come slide through.
But no problem.
So I don't know.
Well, hold on. Not everybody. Not everybody. Even though the man was already home once this was posted.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Right?
That was crazy though, right?
It's a good little transition right here. Zero. Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabber with a variety of different grabber flavors and dispensers. They got red rose grabber, that red herring grabber, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber, and use the code We Love Hip Hop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabber. Now let's get back to the show. Cheer. AKA Connor Rowe. He said,
Don't say nothing.
my bad. At Adin Ross, you were staying at 5362 San Reno Crescent in Mississauga while you were down here. I kept multiple teams from breaking into your home at night. I respect the GGs, no doubt, but next time you stay in the West End, you need to tap in with me. Nothing goes down in the 905 without my okay. Stay safe. And then there's like a bird emoji here. And he said, at Fousey, if you come to my city again and disrespect people in the middle of the street, talking about I'm in your city, you will get dealt with. This isn't little TikTok in LA. You are officially banned from the GTA.
Another no-fly zone situation.
I don't know, because the comments weren't as
No.
They were like, no.
They were like, awa, ahu, and where, and when. Marilyn Monroe buildings, I must what?
Oh man.
Tap
they
in where?
Killed the boy.
West End,
Zero.
905. Shout out to the 905 though. There's certain hoods over there that are still popping. You know what I'm saying?
But he was out there. Both of those guys. That was the Adin Ross house. That was in Mississauga.
I know it's in Sauga side.
I did not know that. I didn't know he was staying there the whole time. I thought he was in a condo downtown or something.
Nah, B. That couldn't work for him.
That was smart though.
Yeah, you went out to where the man them wouldn't really, but he's lucky certain mans didn't get the real drop on him.
Bro, how you think this nigga got the address? Was it after? Did you think somebody hit him up and say, yo, actually, we're staying here?
Yeah, but whoever gave it to him was late.
Yeah, because they said after he left. And this is why I posted it on the We Love Hip Hop page. I'm not doxing anybody or anything.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Because I think some people have said, yo, isn't that doxing? One, he didn't dox because they were already gone.
They're already gone.
Right? If they were still there, then I would have been like, I don't know if I can post this.
Well, he didn't tap in, so I would have posted it.
Yeah.
I would have posted it. See who gets in trouble.
But he tapped in with who he wanted to tap in with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then
he just didn't tap in with us.
Yeah, but then that Fousey guy came around with his fussiness and started harass people in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
I dare him to go.
Put your camera down.
My hands are down.
Put your camera
I won't sue you.
I wish
won't
he
sue
went
you.
did that like on
I won't
Western
sue
Road
you.
in Lawrence.
Touch me.
I'm not gonna touch
Yeah, right.
I wish he went down like Western Road in Lawrence.
We ain't even gotta do all that.
You know, those areas. Maybe more like.
Let's go. You done know. You done know, bumbleclot, waste youth. You're a waste youth. You're a waste youth, bumbleclot. I'm in your city, big dog. I'm in your city. My hands are down.
Where do you think he gets that from, bro?
The Mandem.
Is that what he hears when he hears the Mandem talking?
You bumbleclot. No, someone gave him a pamphlet. Like I say, every flip it time. They give them a pamphlet, dog.
Oh, man.
And they tell them, hey, there's you want to really get a real Toronto man mad? This is what you say.
You're a bumbleclot.
You waste man. Like, you see how he's saying it? I think I would have dropped my stuff and gave him a Superman punch to his bald head, bro.
Oh,
and it would have been on from there. Security would have had to need security after that. Like, me and the man would have rushed him, blow.
Hold on a second. Yo. I'm not live. I'm pre-recording, though. In a couple hours. So what we do, bro? Hold on. You want to get on air for a quick second?
Let them hear the horse voice, brother. Let them hear the horse voice.
Yo. I'm hurt. You say you're mush up. That outside air catching all them germs.
Yo, broski, if I tell you, I'm getting used to this. Why do you think I'm not alive or nothing? I'm getting used to it. Then now I have a cold. I was in the hood chilling with a shirt. Freeze up.
You gotta be careful out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to catch the COVID, bro.
Bro, I'm hurt, Friday.
Oh man.
I'm home alone right now, hurt. Why you think nobody heard from me in like 4 days?
That's what I was wondering. I'm gonna holler at you though. All right, brother. Salute to 5, yo. I was wondering what happened to 5 for a few days, man. There's actually, speaking of 5, a few people were in the comments like, yo, 5 needs to go get that guy Zero. I was like, they're killing the homie Zero, man. Okay, I got something for you here. The Cardi B thing that we were talking about last week, I was wrong. With the whole smashing while she was pregnant.
You're wrong.
I was wrong about the type of nigga that she was smashing. I said last week, and I'll cut it in. Right?
There has to be some type of proof when it comes to Cardi B doing it with an ex-man and she's breeding. Like, let's be real.
Well, that's if she's not capping. But let's see if she's not capping. If she wasn't capping, the nigga who did do it is probably not famous.
So that would even make him more like, this is my chance, bro. I'm going to taunt this guy.
That she could only be smashing like a nobody or somebody like that doesn't really have no status.
No, supposedly what?
So now it's come out that she was smashing this football player, Steffon Diggs. I'm sorry. This is the apology podcast, bro.
I don't know. I don't know who she could be smashing.
No, this is what this has come out now.
Did Steffon Diggs say yeah?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
he's next in line. A woman always knows who they're gonna F next.
So I'm pulling up some stuff here. So this is from Shadow League. This is just the website, shadowleague.com. It says it was 100% Steffon Diggs or Tyreek Hill who took Cardi B from Offset. Oh, come on. Bro. No.
Tyreek got arrested that same day they were supposed to have a freak off.
I don't want to be spreading no fake news or anything, but or I heard from my mans in them, but I heard it on the Joe Budden podcast, bro. They were saying that it was him. Right?
You gotta remember when Joe does his little
watch accent
remarks.
Even more when the nigga she chooses to entertain is a dog. That nigga fucking like 3-4 other niggas. It's like, yo, like this nigga is a dog. I'm wondering how the fuck he even got time to do his original job, which I can't tell y'all yet. I can't tell you. I want to tell y'all so bad, but I fuck with Cardi B. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. All right, matter of fact, spam some names. I'm so messy. Oh, y'all all wrong. Can't even close. I give y'all one clue. It's not a rapper. It's not a rapper. Actually, I'll give y'all one more clue. This is the last clue. I'm moving on.
This nigga act is messy.
It's a football player. It's an NFL nigga. Think the nigga might even call touchdown. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, if I'm Offset, man, I can't even root for that team no more, bro.
Okay. So now that we have more information, okay, let's go on that. And he plays for the Houston Texans. I'm not a big sports guy, so I didn't know all of the info. This is the man right here that I'm going to put him up on the screen, right? So you can give your perspective. Does this change things for Offset? Now that he knows that his wife was getting dicked down by what they call in football a dog. He's on your TV screen every Sunday, maybe a Thursday, maybe a Monday.
You could place a bet on him.
He might be in your fantasy league.
FanDuel.
Yo.
You're 365.
And he's washing your baby's face.
He a dog.
And if he's a dog on the field, pause. Imagine how much of a dog he might be in the bedroom, bro.
Oh man.
Are you Offset now feeling different now that you know it's this nigga?
Yeah, because Offset's skinny ass can't fight this nigga. You don't have to resort to some straps.
Oh man, if I'm this nigga, I'm just like, oh.
Opens the door like, yeah, your son's right here, nigga. You watched my game last week? You watched my game last week? You watched my game? You see how many touchdowns I got? Huh?
I can't breathe. Somebody pass me a paper bag. Yo, bro. That would knock the wind out of any nigga, bro.
Gotta take it, dog. Gotta take it.
And you know that the bank that this nigga's getting is way more than what you're making.
Oh, he getting big bank. I always said that though. If Cardi B's gonna be with anybody, he's gonna be an NFL football player. And look, I'm right.
Fam, my heart is beating and I'm hurt and I'm not even Offset, bro. I'm just like, oh.
But he a nasty nigga too.
Still, bro, like your queen with child, you look up and it's this nigga, you're like, ah, damn.
He a freaky ass nigga. He needs to keep himself inside because he hitting pregnant bitches that's not even his.
Oh, you talking about him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's my baby now.
Well, you know,
Is he that crazy?
you ain't home.
And I'm gonna give her one too. She can still have him.
I'm gonna go up in her end zone. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? You were set off, or you didn't off the set.
I don't know.
You off the set now, nigga.
I don't know. I think it's a publicity thing for him too. Like he probably never did shit, and he's just like, yo, people are watching the game this week for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
My jersey just went up.
Oh man,
everywhere.
That is crazy, bro. I don't care who you are,
Let me
bro.
ask you a question.
Talk to me.
Is he a younger nigga though? See
well,
how old he is.
30-year-old Steffon Diggs.
How old is Cardi B?
Cardi B's in her 20s still.
No, she's not.
Cardi B is like 26.
Cardi B almost 35.
You know, there's like industry age, right? But I'll pull it up right now. Cardi B age 31. Wow. Yeah. I did not know that. Good call. Okay, and then Offset's age. I know Offset's older. Offset. 32. Okay, he's not that much older. They're all in the same age group.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. So that I don't know if that makes it even worse because he's like, that nigga's directly his peer. And he's blowing his wife's back out with child.
Yeah, that's the you gotta fight him for that one.
How? He's gonna kick your ass, bro.
Nah.
Your string bean ass Offset, bro.
You mean this booty? You mean bad and booty? You leave me up bad and booty?
I don't care how many Superman punches these niggas did off a stage. This nigga works out for a living, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta really fight him.
Like he goes to the gym twice a day so that he can be ready for the football field, bro.
Don't mean he can fight,
bro. He could take a punch.
Take a tackle. You mean?
Yeah, you can take a tackle.
You can take a tackle.
Offset's gonna be bouncing. He'll bounce right off that nigga, bro. He can't do shit, bro. He's got to shoot him, bro. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm not trying to incite violence, but
but you gotta shoot him.
You gotta shoot him, bro. He's a football player, fam.
He ain't go. Oh, she in New York. He in Buffalo.
I think he plays for the Texans now, but you know, don't quote me on that. And I don't want people to kick my back. It's Friday. You don't know shit. He doesn't play for the Texans.
Still plays for the Buffalo Bills.
But I think this changes things. I apologize for my take last week. I was like, there's no way she could be smashing a lit nigga. He has to be behind the scenes type nigga.
Nah.
And if this is true, and this is the nigga now,
so
I stand corrected.
So is he an op?
Yes.
He's an op?
Bro, if that was me, he's my op now.
So what are you doing? You're going to the game?
Maybe to go find him.
You buying tickets that day?
Actually, you know what? I can't even say that because now I sound like a pussy. Because like it takes two to tangle, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get mad at the bitch.
You gotta get mad at her, B.
You can't get mad at a nigga.
Yeah.
Hate the player, hate the bitch.
Exactly. I can't even be mad at him, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I could be mad in a way like, yo, he knows that that's my chick, but it's not, bro, because they were already separated.
But for her to like, so that means he made the baby come faster.
Did she have her kid yet?
She had that baby.
Bro, I don't. That's like I said last week. That's some shade room shit. So I don't even know when these people be having their kids or not. I be like, yo, is that 9 months already? Damn, bro.
Yeah. She had the baby.
Okay, so maybe
He was in Toronto, might I add, when the baby was being born. Offset, and then he flew in to see the baby.
Right. He messed up, bro. So now he's got to sit there and,
Here's say NFL contract players digging out your hole.
Yeah. And moving forward, because if it's a famous nigga and it's getting all of this publicity now that like the cat's kind of out of the bag,
yeah,
they can't just be like, all right, now I just dumped the bitch. Because now he's going to be like, ha, the nigga smashed you, dashed you. Yeah. Nah, now they go together.
Wow. There's no coming back. But I don't think she did that, bro. He's probably like, yo, hey, called her like, hey, I had a wild dream. You hit some nigga in the NFL? She's just like,
bro, this is what Ack was saying, right? And Ack's supposed to be the source these days, right? So who knows? Who knows? Like I said, it's fluffy news in the end of the day, and it's like people's business.
I think her PR run is wicked. Like she's like, okay, this is the nigga I want next. So she put it out there like they've already smashed.
Or they made an agreement behind the scenes, like, because he's for you can't be lying on niggas' dicks.
No, niggas can't be lying on they dick.
Yeah, but you know how niggas be lying on the pussy, right?
Yeah, on the pussy.
Chicks can't be like, yo, I smashed him, and just because the nigga's famous, like everybody just has to allow it. Like, nah, be like, if I'm the guy, especially if I'm a guy of status, I'd be like, no, I ain't Cardi B. What are we talking about?
True.
Especially pregnant. Like y'all looking at me crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm looking at him crazy.
Fam, if I didn't do it, I want to make sure people know right away, like, nah, B, I'm not just smashing other niggas' pregnant chicks, bro. Chill. Right? So if I'm this guy right now and this news is moving around, I make a statement. Go on Twitter or something. Say something. Say, nah, B, nah, it's cap. Just, you don't even have to say nothing. Just put cap emojis. Cap.
We would see it.
Yeah, and we'll be like, okay, yeah, it's cap.
How did we know he didn't go on his Twitter?
Oh, let me check.
Check his Twitter, dog.
What's the name now? Steffon Diggs.
Yeah, Diggs.
Damn, yo. Don't let a nigga named Steffon smash your ting, bro.
This nigga named Steffon, light skin. And Diggs.
Oh,
man.
The jokes write themselves.
Oh, man. This nigga digging out your bitch.
Oh, man. I'm trying to find his Twitter. I don't see his Twitter over here. Steffon Diggs. Is this him? All right, there we go.
Yeah, he's on the bill still. Or no? Texans.
So September 3rd. He just posting GQ hype, bro. He ain't posted nothing.
Was it Offset on GQ?
I don't know.
Whoa, this is...
He ain't posted Jesus Christ. He's posted food. He ain't posting nothing to do with Cardi B. No response.
Because
I'm already into August at this point. Like
this bit, because I'd be like, I ain't gonna tell nobody I hit this while she's pregnant. She's the one opening up her mouth.
That's what I'm saying. But silence is also is an admission of guilt.
She came through naked with the big belly,
and he hit it. If that's the case, allegedly.
Wow, must have been straight back shots. It had to be a back shot.
Oh man. And with all due respect to Cardi B, we've seen pictures of her without makeup. Anyhow, let's move on. Quick thing. I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! I don't have any clips to really back this up right now. But the Haitian community, as far as in the United States, shouldn't they be mad at Trump? Especially mans like Kodak Black and certain guys who endorsed Trump in the first place. Like, have you heard anything from like Wyclef or anybody saying like, yo, screw Trump for what he's saying with they're eating the cats and they're eating the dogs?
You know what? Ever so often, every couple 100 years or something, they always have like a discriminated, like discriminating way to hit a culture, a certain race or something on an ethnicity, like on the way they eat their food.
Yeah.
What kind of food they eat, what they do.
Hold on, let me play this.
The pets of the people that live there.
The internet is undefeated.
Yeah, bad place.
Okay, but him saying that has made problems for people in Springfield and other places in the United States for Haitian people, right? But I feel like there's no rappers saying anything about, yo, what's up with this Trump guy? Like, how he's talking to my people like this? You know, Gorilla Zoe, somebody say something.
Like I said, ever so often, remember when they used to make it seem like the Chinese do that, right? And then they make it seem like another culture eats rats, and they ever so often, that's how they get to a certain ethnicity group. They have to like discredit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else? There's always been that, but I've never heard of Haitians eating dogs and cats.
Me neither.
Never ever. What do they call that again? Like, I forgot the word they would say for it, but I've never heard that myth.
These guys eating domesticated animals and stuff like that.
Yo, for all you know, they are. For all you know, in certain parts of Haiti, they probably have to because they're so damn poor. You know what I mean? Don't let your flipping dog or cat go outside.
Well, listen, and not to put anything on the Haitian people, but like we watched I interviewed Christmas List, and he talked about being in Haiti and they're eating like the mud pies and stuff. So they're definitely, there's poverty like crazy over there, and they're not eating some of the best shit. But for what they put on the people over here in America, and like not just like he said the migrants, but like Haitian citizens are getting backlash for this. Yeah. You would think, maybe not Kodak Black, because Kodak Black is like he endorsed, you know, he's kind of cool with Trump because Trump got him out.
Yep.
Right? But Wyclef, you would think Wyclef would say something, bro. Who else is the Haitian rapper that people know of? Praz.
He just sued Lauryn Hill.
Praz is kind of
weird. He's worried about Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, and Praz, I don't know how he's suing anybody, but at the same time, even like, okay, look at this. Oh, I found something. Wyclef Jean responds. Wyclef Jean on Donald Trump, Haitian people are good people. Let's vote. Is there a clip for this? Is there a video clip? So Wyclef Jean is not amused by Donald Trump's bizarre debate tangent about Haitian immigrants supposedly eating household pets. He tells TMZ that the American needs to focus on the facts of the election. Wyclef said, "I will be forever grateful to my family's life and for having a fair chance to live in what's called America, the American dream. One of our greatest assets in America is to have the country of immigrants," Clef says. "And I speak from the heart when I say Haitian people living in the U.S. are good neighbors and good people and care about humanity and care about our neighbors." So yeah, he did respond. Good. Because I'm wondering, like, can you guys say something if you guys, nobody who has like a big voice in the Haitian community? I think Rick Ross is Haitian, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, them Americans.
Right? But he got Haitians in his crew. But like, he's not Haitian. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, at least somebody said something, man. Because for these guys, all these Haitian Americans who are famous, you would think more than Wyclef would even speak.
Yeah, but they're probably like, I gotta watch what I say against this weirdo Trump, right? Next thing you know, knocking at your door like, hey.
True.
Ça passe. No?
That's wild though, bro.
Wild.
And we're like 1 month away from the election, so things are getting crazier.
Unless they have tangible facts, like they see a man catching a cat, beating it to death, and then skinning it alive, and then boiling it, and then after chopping it up like it's a rabbit.
I think it was his vice president or his vice president elect that he's saying that that said that he made the shit up, and I guess after that the internet ran with it, the media ran with it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, salute to the Haitian community. We don't think that you're eating dogs or cats out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Czar was talking about earlier, and salute to DJ Czar.
Salute.
He was talking about the Timmy's boycott. Did you see this?
No, I did not. Fill me in.
So Canadians, and this is courtesy of Keep Six Solid. This is a post saying Canadians are going to boycott Tim Hortons before the year is up. It's not the fault of the foreign workers. It's the corporations and the government's fault. Those same workers are being sold dreams. Our government pays percentage of each foreign worker's salary, so businesses are not hiring Canadians. Our government is incentivized to hire incentivizing them to hire out. Everyone benefits, but Canadians. Almost every kid I know is without work.
Yeah.
This puts extra burden on our parents that need assistance.
Yep.
So the government is paying a percentage to every foreign worker's salary.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Which in turn, how much they're making back in return, because the government don't pay something without making something back on the back end. Right? So in turn, because of the government's plan, people from here have less jobs.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Should Tim Hortons be boycotted for this, or let me ask you that first.
Government and the Tim Hortons. Fire.
Is it Timmy's fault though? I think it's more the government's fault than it's the
government's
owner.
fault, but it's because they see the cash grab. If you're an owner, you're like, what? You're gonna pay percentage of what? Okay, I'm just gonna give this person minimum wage.
Yeah.
And not hire any white kids or black kids and hire all these, where it's going. And then
yeah, you could even give them under minimum wage, and then the percentage that the government might covers. Now they're at minimum wage.
Yeah.
And you got to save some money in your pocket.
Now I know it's actually what's going on.
Yo, that's deep, bro. Now that I really take it in, bro. Wow. The government pays a percentage to each foreign worker's salary. Why would I hire anybody from here?
Yeah, but then
one of your kids go for a job at Tim Hortons, they're getting turned down, fam.
Yeah. But now you know where the slavery comes into play.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot of slavery. This is modern day slavery for them.
Paid by the government.
Okay, check it out. Any job that has a bunch of immigrants in it, technically is a low paying job now. Jobs that were high paying jobs before that now have immigrants in it are now considered a low paying job.
Yeah.
That's what happened to our country. We're in shambles.
Bro, a Tim Hortons in Toronto now, like to say boycott it, I don't think it'll ever happen because it's just, well, fam, like I got an ice cap over here. Like I'm kind of like, I love my ice caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen. It's going to be a filler. Like we boycott something like Tim Hortons. They fold, right? They fold. Now there's in the background, there's those guys in those boardrooms like, okay, we're going to come with a better Tim Hortons now. And we're going to make it fair again.
Yeah.
Because people, like I remember walking into Tim Hortons and it was a variety of people who work there.
And
right?
orders were all getting done right.
You know, some people took pride in it. I remember Tim Hortons used to just be coffee and Timbits.
Yeah. Now you can get a pizza in there.
Now you can fully get a cheap ass pizza in there that I would not buy.
Well, that's the thing too, right? When you start adding all of these extra things to the menu and people who don't really speak the language, especially like people who freshly just came here.
It's bad.
Bro, there's a lot of instructions for like, it's not like a little coffee and donuts, bro. There's, you know what I'm saying? I need a wrap. I need this. I need all that. And the person's like, what? And I want it specially made like this with no mayo and, you know, extra this. Bro, I can't understand what you're saying, bro.
And on top of that, they're a computer geek. They're not really going into culinary.
Yeah, they didn't come here for that.
Before you would get geared to what you were going to do. So let's say you wanted to be a chef. Yeah, your high school or somebody would tell you, go to Tim Hortons or go to Wendy's, work in these places, and then work your way up and then
get in the field.
Get in the field of culinary, right? You're not a computer whiz and then flipping burgers.
Yeah, people screaming orders at you, bro.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get the guy that you need. right? So a person that wants to be a chef now goes to like try to get in to Tim Hortons, start there. They're 16 years old. They want to be a chef though.
Yeah.
Someone tells them go to Tim Hortons, start learning how to make stuff, make donuts, make coffee, whatever, be a baker.
Yeah.
They get stopped now because now there's someone there in that position that's like a computer geek. He's a tech guy.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it to get by. So he doesn't give a shit how he literally does your sandwich, bro.
Yeah.
Slaps that together and fling that at you, bro. Doesn't give a damn how you ate it.
Yeah.
How you feel after. It's an energy thing too, right? So
yeah.
fam, I see exactly what you just said. Like, nah, B, boycott this shit, start a new Tim Hortons, make it all Canadian again.
Bro, this thing here that's been going on that we've been talking about for multiple episodes.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
I know.
Like, I talked about it the other day with Aiden. Like, when he came here, we reacted on live to him saying, yo, why are there so many fucking Indians here? Da, da, da. And I thought that people were going to be in the comments like, yo, bun Aiden, get him out of here anyway. You're not from here, blah, 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 blah.
No, they agreed.
Yo, they were like, yeah, he's right. So, and, you know, no lies detected. I was like, what the hell? Yo, what is up with us over here, fam? Look at his comment section, bro. He's becoming a real Canadian. Laugh out loud. Like,
He understands.
What? Adin Ross is a real G. He's an honorary Canadian now.
That's why no one gave him up.
Yo, they are rude and they stink. Like, what?
Oh, man.
Bro, fam, like, what's happening to our culture over here, bro?
No,
we got
it's because,
mean.
Because, okay, you see in in Hindustan, right? I'm going to just say it like this. It wasn't made into India until like, I don't know if it was 1957 or in the 70s, one or the other. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a casting system they have over there. So the people that you see coming here are from the lowest caste. That's why people will be like, oh, they stink, oh, they're rude, and oh, da. They're good people. I'm just going to be real with you guys.
Yeah.
They're good people, but it depends what casting system they come from. Right? So you see the ones that were here like in the 80s and stuff like that. You grew up with in the 90s and can speak proper English. You wouldn't even know. You think they're Trini.
Yeah.
You think they're Guyanese, but they're really Hindu. You know what I mean? Those are ones from a different casting system. They could be a little lighter.
I hope you're right.
No, I know I'm flipping right, but I just don't know what the name is to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't really want to study us. So I haven't been interested to really study all of them, right? I just know what they're mixed with, what they come with. I don't want to even say it on this, just to, you know what I mean?
You don't want to sound like these comments right here.
I don't want to sound like
Kilimanjaro said, truth hurts. Like, whoa. You guys really showed your true colors.
They don't care, right? Like, imagine how they felt about us.
Oh, man. Once upon a time, that was us for real, eh? Like, bro, this video is monetized. Like, YouTube didn't even care.
That's to show you.
It's like hate comments, bro.
That's to show you.
I'm sorry. I'm like ratting out. I'm heating up the block. YouTube, keep it monetized. But I'm just saying, like, these are not friendly comments, bro.
Nah.
Everybody's like, yeah, get him out of here.
Right? So imagine what they used to say about us in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s and the early 1900s and even now.
Imagine what it feels like to be an Indian guy these days and times.
No, but it depends on which one you are.
The ones that you're talking about, a low caste or lower caste Indian person.
They don't care. They don't care.
They're like, F you too?
They don't. Yeah, this is my country now. Marasaka. You know, like, this is my country. Like,
you don't think they're like kind of like on alert, bro? Like, if I could understand some of this English content, which obviously they can because they're living here in Canada.
Yeah.
And they run by some of these We Love Hip Hop videos or the comment section, I'd be like, yo, I need to go get a strap, bro. They don't like me, man. Holy shit.
You know what? It won't matter, fam. They're in their own world.
They don't even care.
They don't care. You go Brampton, they're in their own world.
Just dancing up.
You go to Dundas Square, they're in their own world.
We love what?
Yeah, like what? We love Punjab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Didn't even hear. No, that's not true because salute to the brethren that came up to me at the Bishop Brigante show.
Yeah.
They were showing mad love. They were like, yo, that piece that you did on Sidhu Musiwala, dope. Thank you for interviewing Roach Killer and
Blitz
and the Dr. Zeus interview. Like they were like, yo, you're repping for the Punjabi community. So they have some people who tap in.
Yeah.
And yo,
my Punjabs are, I hang with Punjabs all day.
I'm just saying what the comment section saying. Y'all have been hearing me now on air, understanding more.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've had some wild shit that I've felt sometimes where I'm just get aggravated about just being in close quarters with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
However, from learning from even being on the pod and the scam that I brought up the other day and all that, I'm like, maybe we need to ease off. These niggas in the comments don't feel the same, bro.
They are making it clear we are racist.
They're like playing that Busta Rhymes. Get out of here! I'm like, whoa,
but
guys.
I think they feel the same way. The ones that have been born here and the ones that have been here for a very long time. They feel the same way. They feel the same way. I know they do because I've spoken to some that have. You wouldn't even know say they're Punjab. You think say they're Trini. Or you think say they're Guyanese or something, right?
Yeah.
The way them look and the way they speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're part of us still. So ones have told me, sat me down like, NASA, it's a casting system. Ones that are here from a lower caste.
We don't shit on the beach in our cast.
Yeah. Them have gold toilet and thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And thing. Like,
no, they be having some $1 billion weddings and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the way they move. They're very clannish.
Yeah.
They move together.
You're not like us.
Yeah, right? Like us. Like at 18, your mom's already like, well, y'all come up with us. Them, they're like, no. You're going to save. You're going to save. So you'll have a bunch of them all together in one yard. Fam, you think I care about you? You think I'm gonna care about your black ass?
Yeah, or white ass.
Or white ass?
Yeah.
I'm here with Harvinder, Navinder, and all my guys, bro. You have to put the guy, bro, smoke suta, bro, get drunk, bro.
Even with Aiden, when he was saying at the thing, whoever the guy was that he was talking about, he was probably like, whatever, just doing my job.
He didn't give a shit who
just doing my job. Aiden Ross, I don't care.
He doesn't give a damn. I go to school.
Fuck Aiden Ross.
Yeah, bro, get tech work.
You can't come in here. No cameras.
Yeah. He's doing security. He doesn't even care if the place gets robbed. He's the one setting up the robbery.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Let's be real. Like, you think he's going to school to become a cop? A Punjabi cop? No. He's going to school to become a tech guy.
Yeah.
He's just doing security now. You can rob that place while he's sleeping.
Yeah. And you still can't film in here. Get out.
Yeah. Now that you don't like me.
Yeah.
You know? But, I think it's just a monkey see, monkey do effect going on, right? And I always say it, imagine how we were treated.
Mm-hmm. Once upon a time, this was us. This is why I feel sympathetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, black man, you know? I know they might get on our nerves a little bit, right? But you got to have some type of sympathy for them. They were once us. They might not know that they are us, because they all look darker than me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. But them don't want to be us because they want to be considered by the white man. So go on true. Go do your thing, right? But you're gonna see they're the ones running you guys out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some of the white girls, they might get some of the white chicks, but a lot of white chicks don't like them.
No, them don't want them at all unless they go to a rub and tug.
Right? Especially when they do that weird stare thing.
Bro. And then they do the head thing. Yo, fam, I'm not...
Stop staring at the gal them, yo. Like, you're creeping them out. You're scaring the hoes.
Predatorish. Like, you ever seen what... Yo, I remember back in the day going to a club. I was just thinking about this the other day. I went to a club back in the day, right? And it must have been some fresh Punjab youths. And they caught, like, a white girl that was just... I don't know. Like, she was for everybody.
Yeah.
And yo, 3-4 of them, I'll bubble up the one thing.
They went crazy.
It look fish.
They're like, we're allowed to do that here? Wow!
this white thing.
Yo, easy with the R word.
You know, but I'm like, what's wrong with them?
I saw something on social media the other day with like some guy standing behind this girl, and he was just like,
yeah, bro.
He was like, his body was waving because he was standing so long staring. Like, bro, blink, nigga, blink.
And what was that? Indian?
Yes.
Oh,
he was just standing there looking at the girl's ass, and it was like, bro, blink, man. You look scary, fam.
But you see, at least there is like we were once them, I guess.
No, we were never that, bro.
Right? But no, not like that. But I'm saying like
doing this shit?
Definitely not. We're there roping in white. That's why they have so much scandals on black men and blamed us for R-wording white women and shit. Because they're like, yo, they knew we were dicking down these white girls, right?
That's some scary shit, bro.
Oh, I feel you though, but
salute to our Indian people, bro.
Of course, bro. But I'm just saying they do have. I feel a little bit bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's just like okay, they're stereotypes. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not going through the bad stereotypes we went through though. They just get called stinky, can't make a blood clot coffee, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Smell like
some pretty bad ones.
Yeah, right. But like, think about black man, like how we were now.
Yeah, you're gonna rob us, you're gonna kill us, you're gonna R-word us.
Oh, we're shot you.
Yeah,
we're bad people. Da 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 da.
We steal.
Yeah, bro. There was one point when white people would see us and glitch their purse and walk across the street, bro.
Facts.
People
we're
are
all
only clearing out the room
gangbangers
because your armpit stinks. That doesn't mean you're definitely not going through what we went through.
Yeah, they're not being looked at as a predator, as a threat.
Yeah, like they're just it's you know, they just know you guys are scamming our system.
It's so much to the point where like their gangs get away with more shit because they're literally going to the radar because they be students and shit, and they don't look like overtly gangbangers.
No, they're wearing a dress shirt with a wrap up head,
yeah,
and some straight pants jeans
and keys in the trunk and a burner.
And you don't. They're buying up all the burners.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it be them, but then they looking at us like, let me clutch my purse. Let me follow this guy through the store and make sure he's not stealing.
But really, it's them with their fake credit card with 3 different names that they have already.
Facts.
They have Narvinder, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And boom, boom. You just make 3 different profiles. Boom, boom. How you think they get a house, bro? How come it's hard for everybody else to get a house, but then them have house?
Well,
and they just came to the country.
That's a whole other thing. We did a video. I talked about that on live the other day with a native lady who was having a hard time getting a home, but listen, fam, it's a whole other wormhole. I got one more thing for you though.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here.
Let's do this.
The music industry is losing to streamers.
Good.
Okay. Now this is like artists, the interest in an artist, people being interested in even hearing artists speak, even as a content creator myself, right?
Yeah.
And like doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
I have to be very selective on the interviews that I do for like the business standpoint because not everybody wants to hear from rappers anymore. All right?
Do you want me to answer that a little bit, or
I'll play a clip and then it'll help you shape your opinion a little bit more.
Okay.
Courtesy of academics.
They care less and less about the artist. Now, granted, for example, NBA YoungBoy. If NBA YoungBoy comes back, like he has a core audience that's very invested in his life. And there are certain artists, Cardi, core audience, very invested in his music and life. But if you're not one of those artists that have that foundation, bro, people really don't give a f. So if you're not dropping the hottest song, marketing as it used to be doesn't work anymore. Like doing an interview and even talking about, when these artists go do their press run, they're talking about everything they've been in the media for and other things. And, so what type of, what do you like to do when you're not recording music? And they give you some nonchalant answer. Okay, so, it's like I've seen Charlamagne ask this question. So have you seen a therapist? Like, bro, like people don't give a fuck about that. And unfortunately, I believe that's because music is competing with all of the other ways of how people are consuming content. Yes, you're competing with Speed, Aiden, Kai Cenat, the FaZe Clan, myself, and everybody else in terms of attention into what you got going on. In Fousey too, whatever. And that's kind of very interesting because I don't know how music.
So basically, to sum it up, like, you know, an artist can go do an interview these days and people might not care about it as much as maybe hearing us talk about the story about them. I literally interviewed artists and their story about them has more views than their interview.
Yeah. These rappers are boring too.
That can be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Unless the person comes in and they're like mad entertaining.
Yeah.
Like a top 5, right?
Yeah, but even him, he was not to diss him, but he was entertaining for the week.
Yes.
By next week, another story has come and taken over that story.
Yes. But if he does an interview, he's so entertaining. He's one of those guys that when the camera's on, he's going to entertain.
For sure.
That he's not going to answer the questions in a dry way. We're not just going to talk about, you know, so how was your musical process in the studio and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? He's going to turn up and then a million people are going to want to watch it. They're going to clip parts of the interview, stuff like that. Yeah. There's not a lot of people who are like that, artist-wise. You know what I'm saying? And then other than that, like, unless they haven't spoken, like Drake, everybody's tapping into the Drake interview. Yeah, they want to hear what he has to say. Yeah. He hasn't spoken in years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if Drake was somebody who's doing interviews every month or every album cycle, it might not hit the same in these days and times.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like when we get going back to like Jaguar Wright, she's doing them so consistently that it now starts to sound fabricated. So it's not as interesting. Every time I hear it, it's the same story over and over, just maybe a little twist. Then she adds another person's name in, gives it a little controversy. So I feel what you're saying, but when it comes to like now the stories, you're right. But like I said, whatever happens to them in the present time is good for the week. Now they gotta lay low, and then you come back to the media, and you're like, then the media is asking you, "Yo, what happened? Where were you?" That's where the story now becomes interesting again.
But which media? Because, you know, bringing it back to 5 again, he went on a live stream because the streamers are popping. Adin Ross, academics, that's popping. An interview, even though as an interviewer, and I'm going to continue interviewing people, the only way an interview is going to be popping is if the artist turns up in the interview. Other than that, you found out a bunch of stuff in the interview, cool, then you move on. You know what I'm saying? It's not as clippable as somebody getting on a live stream and going crazy and anything can happen live. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the game's changing now, bro. Like Ak was going through the Breakfast Club's number and like how their interviews are not doing as crazy as they used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Because people don't want to just hear an artist talk for an hour.
Nah, I don't. A lot of them are boring. You know what I mean? They got to be talking some real for me to be like, okay, I'm tuned into this guy for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he's speaking about what he's learned in his come up, or like it's just not all about shooting opportunists and, you know what I'm saying? Operoonies and, you know what I'm saying?
That's you, fam. I feel like the audience, like the mainstream people, they don't want to hear about a person talking about their music and stuff like that. They want that person to get on camera, say, the ops, this is who I hate. Give us a moment.
Hold on.
Maybe some furniture get moved.
I didn't say that's me. I just said that's what sometimes these people like to see, right? Because you asked me a question on the story. And I say enough of the rappers are boring.
Yeah.
Right? So whether they're making up these stories or not, they got to have the common sense to come into the spot and be like, yo, my ops today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got to come in with that for me to be like, oh, yeah, that's the timing he's on. All right, let me listen to the rest of this guy.
Yeah.
Now you start to know, when he's like, oh, I got bullet holes here. I got bullet holes here. If you look around the back over here, I got another one here. I've been shot in my ass twice. Yo, boom, I'm tuned in.
I'm watching that interview. And unfortunately, like, this is where we are because I don't want to conduct those kind of interviews. I don't want to talk about, oh, who's your ops? You know what I'm saying? Because then people are going to be like, yo, you're inciting the violence.
Yeah.
However, like, do you guys want to see us just talk about, yo, so how do you pick your beats?
Slightly. But coming from a place like Canada, slightly.
To the world where people are like watching stuff and watching content and what's high viewed content. Like, for example, a Charleston White interview does better than the average rapper's interview now.
Damn right.
Because Charleston White's going to get on there and talk some shit. You're going to be able to clip out maybe 10 moments that can go all over social. You know what I'm saying? He gets into his character. You know what I mean? His voice is amp. Yeah, like,
hell nah.
There's content out of that. You're not getting the same out of like some mumbling rapper who's just chilling. You don't barely want to talk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not seeing as much unless the rapper's saying some wild shit. We're not seeing them on our timeline as much.
No.
But we'll see Charleston White. We'll see Jaguar Wright. We'll see, you know what I'm saying? We'll see like a lot of people who have big voices who don't actually even make music anymore like that. Or at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they're exposing the rap game. A lot of rappers are not being who they say they are.
I think it goes back to what you're saying with the rappers being boring in interviews. And interviews themselves, the structure of them might have to be changing over the next few years where you're seeing more content that's like animated or interactive even. Like, yes, you could interview that person in a pre-recorded, or we can go live.
And in the moment.
And in the moment at some place and then respond to the chat. You know what I'm saying? And what, answer the questions that the people are asking you in real time, because we're in a time now, bro. We're almost at 2025, bro.
I know.
Time is moving fast. Technology, our attention span, whether it's getting bigger or smaller, it's changing. It's not getting bigger or smaller. It's changing to the way that we consume shit.
Yeah,
I agree. It's not getting smaller. People will watch these guys stream for 8 hours.
Yeah, even if they fall asleep and come back to it.
Yes. So the attention span's not getting smaller. It's just changing for what people are interested in.
Faster, actually.
Yes. Like, if you can watch Adin Ross for 5 hours, I don't think you have a short attention span. But he's doing things that keep you interested. You know, he'll play a game for an hour. Then he's going to go talk to this person. And then this other guy is going to come into the room.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go on Discord with this person. Like, it's interactive. And then, what do you guys want me to do next?
And then he'll chuck a little beef to someone.
Yeah.
He'll say something out of the ordinary.
Bro,
I get it.
Just even me explaining that sounds so much more dynamic and captivating than watching a 45-minute interview with a rapper.
I'll tell you the truth, man. I don't watch a lot of interviews with these rappers. You rather watch it in like a Vlad style where he's telling you about some stuff that's happened to him.
Yeah, or the clips that they have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of weird, bro. Like,
no, it's not.
Well, fam, I used to watch bare, like, $1 million worth of game interviews. I used to watch the full Drink Champs interviews and stuff like that. But if you're only interview based, like, if we were only interview based, like We Love Hip Hop, one, there would be way less episodes. And you wouldn't get to have us giving our point of view on topics and all that.
Yeah.
And a lot of those do better than interviews.
So, we might have to switch it up a little bit.
I was just saying, I'd never want to stop doing interviews because that's a gateway to, this is how you find out about this person, new artist, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But it could be still the same way on a live. You still ask the person the same thing, and now he in the live, right then and there, he'd be like, "Oh man, I can't believe you're asking me this." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you would see his or her reaction at that time. And that's the best thing, man.
Yeah, that's why these artists are doing like e-dates and all that type of shit, and those are getting more traction than them sitting and doing an interview.
Yeah.
Or if like Salute to Moolah first, when he does an interview, it's always a spectacle.
Yeah.
He has to. It's not just going to be him answering questions like, "Yeah, this is where I grew up." It's going to be him getting into Moolah final boss mode. You know, the one with the man holding up the pictures from Keep Six. Like, it's going to be. We have to do something because just sitting there talking, it's not going to fly, bro.
It's not going to fly anymore.
I feel like I'm in a scary place even talking about it on air. But like, we might start seeing some changes in the next few years on the way that the content is coming out on We Love Hip Hop.
Yeah, let's curve it. Let's curve it from now.
Well, the there's still an interview dropping next week. But you know what I'm saying?
It's cold turkey stop. Now you gotta bring the man to
No
men.
more interviews.
Bring the man to men. He sits right here. Let me interrogate his ass.
Listen, man. It might have to be like a turned up process every time if you guys want all the interviews to have thousands and thousands of views.
Yeah.
Like Honcho Hoodlum. He can pull up. Hoodlum hasn't dropped music in a while.
Yeah.
He could pull up tomorrow. He's gonna get bare views because the way he turns up and the way people like to hear about his point of view on shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Who cares if you drop in music, bro? Talk to us.
Talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we at now, fam. Like people just want to hear the people
who want to talk.
Who want to talk and talk that shit when they talk.
Then it relates back to the music though too. If you want to go and drop a tune now, you can drop one record a year.
Yeah.
It will make more sense.
I think even with artists now with their game plan, they might even have to start becoming more animated or find different ways of doing content and then dropping less music so that like they're getting a return on their investment, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that too.
Yeah. But yeah, man, salute to the artists out there and the streamers, man.
Oh, for sure.
I think we could wrap it up there.
We love hip hop.